Ever feel kind of like pulled in two different directions?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're grounded and practical, but also like yearning for adventure.
Yeah,
You might be experiencing the unique energy of a Taurus sun and Sagittarius rising.
exactly.
Welcome to ASTRALX, where we illuminate your cosmic path. I'm Solarian Zephyr, your cosmic strategist.
And I'm Lunaria Celine, your intuitive guide. In this deep dive, we'll explore this fascinating astrological combo just for you, uncovering how this interplay of energies will shape your life in 2025.
Focusing on things like relationships, career, and that super unique quest for balance.
Right.
So let's start with this idea of the Taurus Sagittarius woman. What makes this combo so unique?
Oh, it's a really intriguing blend where the grounded sensual energy of Taurus meets that fiery free spirit of a Sagittarius.
And how does that actually manifest in their personality?
Well, just imagine a woman who can appreciate the finest silk sheets and a perfectly brewed cup of coffee, but at the same time she's dreaming of exploring ancient ruins in some far-off land.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the essence of this duality. They find joy in tangible pleasures and creating a stable, beautiful environment, but at the same time craves intellectual stimulation and new experiences.
so it's like they're constantly pulled between wanting to build a cozy nest and wanting to just take flight.
Exactly. And this internal tug of war, it isn't a weakness, it's actually the source of their
I
dynamism.
like that.
Yeah, it's what makes them both practical and visionary, sensual and adventurous. Think of it as a dance between earth and fire.
I love that analogy.
Oh.
Okay, so how does this dance actually play out in 2025? We're hearing so much about this being a year that seriously emphasizes feminine energy.
It absolutely is. And for a Taurus Sagittarius woman, this means embracing their inherent sensuality, their love of beauty, and their creative power.
Okay.
But there's a twist. The Sagittarius rising adds a layer of dynamic expression to this.
So instead of just like enjoying a spa day, they might create their own line of organic skincare products.
Precisely. It's all about channeling that Venusian energy, which Taurus is very strongly influenced by, in a more adventurous and expansive way.
I see.
They might be drawn to exploring new artistic mediums, experimenting with bold fashion choices, or even leading a women's retreat focused on self-discovery through movement and nature.
Wow. It's fascinating how this seemingly contradictory combination actually leads to such a rich and multifaceted personality.
It really does.
But this must also create some really unique challenges, right?
Yeah.
Especially in finding that balance between stability and freedom.
You're so right. It's not always easy to reconcile these seemingly opposing forces.
Yeah.
They might find themselves craving the security of a routine one day and feeling stifled by it the very next. Or they might pour their heart into creating this beautiful home but feel a pang of wanderlust the moment everything is perfect.
Oh, I can totally see that. So how can our listener navigate this tension between wanting to put down roots and wanting to spread their wings?
Well, first, it's about recognizing that both desires are valid and very important. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's about finding creative ways to honor both.
I like that.
Yeah, imagine a beautifully decorated home that incorporates souvenirs and inspiration from their travels, or a career that allows for both structure and creative freedom.
Ah, so it's finding that sweet spot where those energies actually complement each other.
You got it.
I love that.
Yeah.
What about relationships? How does this duality impact how a Taurus Sagittarius woman approaches love and partnership?
For these women, authenticity is non-negotiable. They need partners who can appreciate both their love of comfort and their thirst for adventure.
Hmm.
Relationships that feel limiting or stifle their self-expression simply won't work.
So they need someone who can be both a grounding force and a co-pilot on their adventures.
Exactly. Someone who can enjoy a cozy night and discussing philosophy or planning their next trip and then be ready to hit the road or try something completely new the next day.
Right.
Open-mindedness, intellectual curiosity, and a shared desire for growth are so essential in their partners.
Those are some great qualities. So who are some of the best astrological matches for these free spirits who also crave stability?
Well, air signs like Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius are generally quite compatible.
Okay.
They share that love of intellectual stimulation, communication, and a certain lightness of being that aligns well with that Sagittarius rising energy.
I can totally imagine those pairings being full of lively conversations and spontaneous adventures.
For sure.
What about some of the more challenging matches?
While any relationship can work with effort and understanding, water signs like Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces might present more challenges.
Why is that?
Well, their emotional intensity and need for constant closeness could feel overwhelming to the independence-loving Sagittarius side,
Interesting.
while the Taurus need for stability might clash with the water sign's tendency towards emotional fluidity.
Oh, okay. So it sounds like communication and finding a healthy balance of giving and receiving space would be crucial in those relationships.
Definitely.
Speaking of balance,
Yeah.
how does this combination of Taurus and Sagittarius play out in the realm of career and finances?
This is where the Taurus practicality meets the Sagittarius optimism. They have a natural talent for managing money combined with a belief in abundance and the courage to chase their dreams.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So they're not afraid to take risks or invest in their passions.
Not at all. 2025 in particular is a year for them to pursue their ambitions with confidence.
That's great.
This could mean finally launching that business idea they've been nurturing, asking for that well-deserved promotion, or even making a bold career shift that aligns with their evolving passions.
Wow, I love that. And what about the financial side of things? Are there any specific astrological influences that might impact their money decisions this year?
Yes, there are a couple of key transits to be aware of. Entering the House of Finances on December 16th brings a surge of energy and a desire to take action. This could be a good time to make strategic investments or pursue new income streams. However, it's important to be mindful of impulsive spending during this transit.
So channel that Martian energy wisely.
Exactly.
What's the other significant transit you mentioned?
The Sun-Jupiter conjunction, which occurs earlier in the year, is incredibly beneficial for both Taurus and Sagittarius. This alignment amplifies their wisdom, intellectual capacity, and leadership qualities.
So it's a good time for them to step into mentorship roles, share their knowledge, or even just trust their own intuition more deeply.
Absolutely. This is a year for them to shine brightly in their chosen fields, lead with confidence, and embrace opportunities to share their gifts with the world. It's also a great time to connect with other ambitious individuals who can offer support and inspiration. Remember, the energy we surround ourselves with can either lift us up or hold us back.
That's a powerful reminder. It seems like 2025 is full of potential for Taurus Sagittarius women to truly step into their power and create a life that reflects their unique blend of groundedness and adventure. We'll continue exploring this journey in the next part of our deep dives, focusing on home health and personal growth.
Until then, remember to embrace the dance between stability and freedom. It's in that beautiful tension that you'll discover your true cosmic magic.
Awesome. I can't wait. We're illuminated the path of the Taurus Sagittarius woman, that fascinating blend of grounded practicality and a thirst for, boundless exploration.
Right.
We've explored how this duality influences their relationships and careers,
Mm-hmm.
but now let's shift our focus to the realm of home and family, where these energies create a truly unique sanctuary.
Exactly.
I'm so curious, what does home actually look like for a woman who loves both stability and adventure?
Oh.
It seems like a kind of tricky balance.
You're right. It's not about stark contrasts, but rather a harmonious blend. Picture a space that's both cozy and inspiring. Think plush velvet throws draped over a vintage trunk brimming with travel souvenirs.
Ah, so it's about grounding that adventurous spirit with tangible reminders of their journeys.
Precisely. They crave a home that really reflects their personality, a space that nourishes their Taurus love of beauty and comfort, while also honoring their Sagittarius need for expansion.
Okay, so could you give our listener a few practical examples of how this might actually manifest?
Certainly. Imagine a sun-drenched kitchen stocked with exotic spices and cookbooks from around the world,
Okay.
where they can experiment with new flavors and host gatherings that feel like mini escapes.
So it's not just about aesthetics, but also about functionality and creating a space that encourages both personal exploration and connection with others.
Exactly. They might also find joy in transforming a spare room into a creative studio or a meditation sanctuary. The key is intentionality, ensuring that their home environment supports both their need for stability and their desire to continually learn and grow.
That makes a lot of sense. It's not about choosing one side over the other, but rather creating a space that really reflects the full spectrum of their being. Now let's shift gears and talk about health and well-being. What insights can the stars offer these women when it comes to taking care of themselves?
Well, Sagittarius rising individuals often possess a naturally robust constitution and an optimistic outlook,
Cool.
which really benefits their overall health. However, like all of us, they have areas to be mindful of.
So what specific areas should they pay attention to?
For this combination, it's wise to pay attention to the hips, thighs, and liver. Incorporating practices that support these areas can be incredibly beneficial.
Okay, so what kind of practices would you recommend?
Well, think of activities that encourage both physical movement and mental stillness. Yoga, for example, combines stretching and strengthening with mindful breathing, which can be wonderful for supporting both the physical body and emotional well-being.
That's a great example. I can see how the groundedness of yoga postures would appeal to the Taurus side,
Yes.
while the flow and exploration of different poses would resonate with that Sagittarius energy. Are there other modalities that might be particularly beneficial for this combination?
Absolutely. They might find that exploring alternative healing modalities like acupuncture or aromatherapy helps them maintain balance.
Hmm.
Don't underestimate the simple power of nature either.
Hmm.
Spending time outdoors, whether it's hiking, gardening, or simply taking a walk in the park, can do wonders for their physical and mental health.
It's so fascinating how we keep coming back to this theme of balance. It's truly the key to unlocking their full potential, isn't it?
Absolutely. And that brings us to another important aspect, challenges and growth. No journey is without its bumps in the road, and understanding how to navigate these is crucial for personal evolution.
Speaking of bumps in the road, what are some potential challenges a Taurus Sagittarius woman might encounter, particularly in 2025? And how can they turn those challenges into opportunities for growth?
Well, as we've discussed, the biggest hurdle for this combination is finding that sweet spot between the Taurus desire for security and the Sagittarius thirst for freedom.
Right, that internal tug of war we've been exploring.
Exactly. 2025 might bring situations that highlight this tension. They may find themselves feeling torn between accepting a stable job offer that feels a bit limiting or pursuing a riskier path that aligns more closely with their passions.
Okay.
Or they may crave the comfort of a committed relationship but fear it will stifle their independence.
It sounds like these are situations many people can relate to, but perhaps even more pronounced for someone with this specific astrological blend.
That's a good point. The key here is to reframe these challenges as opportunities for growth rather than roadblocks. Instead of seeing it as an either-or situation, can they find creative solutions that honor both needs?
Can you give an example of what that might look like?
Certainly, let's take the job scenario. Perhaps they can negotiate a more flexible schedule or remote work options to allow for travel and exploration while still providing financial stability.
Ooh.
Or they can commit to setting aside time each week for personal projects that feed their adventurous spirit, even if their main job is more routine-based. It's about finding that middle ground where they feel both grounded and inspired.
So it's about finding that delicate dance, that sweet spot where they can honor both their need for stability and their desire for expansion.
Oh.
That's a beautiful way to look at it.
Yeah,
It sounds like a lot of this comes down to self-awareness and understanding what truly makes them feel fulfilled.
you're absolutely right. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and learning to navigate the nuances of their unique cosmic blueprint.
This has been so insightful. I'm curious to hear your final thoughts and any key takeaways for our listener as we wrap up this deep dive in the next segment.
We'll delve into that and leave you with some cosmic wisdom to carry with you on your journey. Stay tuned.
We've been on quite a journey so far exploring that really unique blend of Taurus Sun and Sagittarius rising.
Yeah, we have.
We've delved into how this kind of cosmic dance plays out in their relationships, their careers, their homes, and even in their approach to health and well-being.
It's been great.
So as we kind of wrap up this deep dive, I'm really curious to hear your final thoughts.
Hmm.
What are the most important things our listeners should take away as they kind of navigate the year 2025?
The most important takeaway is this: embrace your duality. The Taurus Sagittarius woman isn't one or the other, she's both.
Hmm.
Don't try to suppress that need for stability or your desire for adventure. Instead, find ways to let these energies work together.
I love that. We've talked a lot about this dance between groundedness and exploration. It sounds like the key is to find that sweet spot where those energies kind of complement and enhance each other.
Exactly. It's all about creating a life that honors all the parts of yourself. Remember, authenticity is key. In love, you should seek out partners who really appreciate your multifaceted nature. In work, pursue paths that allow you to express both your practicality and your visionary spirit.
So it's about creating a life that feels both meaningful and exciting.
Absolutely. And don't shy away from challenges. Those moments when your Taurus desire for security kind of clashes with your Sagittarius thirst for freedom, those are huge opportunities for growth.
So embrace the discomfort.
Yeah.
Step outside of that comfort zone and trust that it'll lead you to something even more incredible.
Precisely. Remember, the universe is supporting you every single step of the way. And as we conclude this cosmic exploration, we leave you with this question: how can you embrace both your grounded nature and your adventurous spirit to create a life that is both fulfilling and exciting?
That is such a powerful question for our listeners to really think about. It's an invitation to step into their power and create a life that reflects their own unique cosmic blueprint.
Yeah, let this question guide you as you navigate the year ahead. Embrace the dance. Trust your intuition, and remember, this is your year to truly shine.
Thank you so much for joining us on this illuminating journey here at ASTRALX.
Yes, thank you.
And for those of you seeking a more personalized cosmic roadmap, we offer recorded audio readings delivered straight to your inbox.
You can find the link to purchase your reading in the description below.
Until next time, may the stars guide you.
And may your light shine brightly.